Welcome back to Our on the Internet. Okay, so tonight it's this vid by Impressive. It's called Chris Brown Jumps Usher and Disrespects Tiana Taylor. Wait, what? Okay, no, Chris needs accountability, not forgiveness. This nigga, either drama follows him or he's one starting it. And most of the time it's the second one. Okay. Well, I'm curious to find out what happened. So yeah, I'm just gonna dive right in. Without further ado, let's get into this reaction.
Sources say that Chris Brown allegedly put the pause on Usher at a party. What
I need this
happened?
after workout.
Stay tuned to find out more in this video. Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. Now, it's been reported by Hollywood Unlocked that Chris Brown and his crew jumped Usher at a party. Now, this story is crazy, but for some reason, it doesn't sound that out of pocket. So far, the actual fight between them was not caught on camera. However, no one has come out and denied this either, which I find to be very suspicious. And it's even more suspicious to me that Usher's son actually hinted that something did happen. So honestly, I do think it happened. And even though there's no footage of it, a few sources said that it did happen. According to Hollywood Unlocked, Usher threw Chris Brown a surprise party in Las Vegas. It was a skate party and it was supposed to be fun. There were a lot of celebrities there. Omarion was there, Summer Walker was there, Mario, Bow Wow was there, Tiana Taylor was there. And it looked like some good vibes. In fact, if you see some of the videos, you can see a lot of them were laughing and having a good, jolly time. So what exactly happened? What shifted? Well, according to sources, it was said that the party went downhill after Chris Brown reportedly got disrespectful with Tiana Taylor. Now, according to lovebscott.com,
this guy must hate women.
Chris was angry that Tiana was at his party because Tiana pulled out of the tribute that he was supposed to give to Michael Jackson at the AMAs. She pulled out at the last minute, and Chris believes that her pulling out is one of the big reasons why his tribute to MJ was canceled. Now, that's not the reason we heard. We heard the producers of the AMAs actually canceled Chris's performance because of Chris's violent history. However, it seems like Chris still has an issue with Tiana over that, and they haven't been on good terms since. So he was upset to see her at his party. Tiana told Love B. Scott that Chris's behavior was out of line and he was on one and he was doing the most. And it's kind of messed up to hear because Tiana has always stuck by Chris over the years. She was always loyal to him. Even when Chris Brown had that incident with Rihanna and he was canceled by the whole industry, Tiana was the one who stood in his corner. She said that he was her brother.
Me and Rihanna is cool. You understand what I'm saying? Like, well, we used to be cool. But at the end of the day, my loyalty is with my brother.
So Tiana picked a side, and in retrospect, it probably wasn't a good idea, but at the time, she considered Chris to be her brother. So to hear that he disrespected her is messed up, and I'm trying to figure out, where was Tiana's husband, Iman Shumpert? Because I know if Iman was there, Chris would not have
he would not have it.
That. Either way, it's messed up on Shumpert because
Damn. I'm not a betting man, but it was like who probably win a fight between this guy, Tiana Taylor's husband here, and Chris. It would be this dude. I said what I said.
No.
Let me continue.
If Iman was there, Chris would not have been bold enough to even do that. Either way, it's messed up that Chris came for Tiana like that, and TMZ was able to catch some footage
Ooh.
of the rift before the actual fight took place outside. Now, a source said that Chris was very intoxicated at this party when he approached Tiana, and Usher tried to intervene. He was trying to play the peacemaker and calm everybody down. You know, Usher, he's really cool, calm, and collected. He's never involved in any drama like that, so he's always trying to bring the peace. He's just good, positive vibes. However, Chris Brown didn't like the fact that Usher got involved, and allegedly he called him a coward and left the room. Now, the drama continued on outside, and Usher tried to follow Chris Brown, and according to the source, again, Chris Brown and his crew attacked Usher. They attacked an R&B legend, y'all. This is absolutely crazy.
That's nuts.
Usher invited this man out. He threw him a party. He sang happy birthday to him. He even praised him on several occasions. And Chris's people attacked him and gave him a bloody nose. I mean, they
That's
attacked
nuts.
Usher. Usher has been nothing but kind to Chris.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Make some noise for my motherfucking brother, man. I love you. Love you for life, man. For life.
It's not this guy's just telling on everybody right now.
You were great. You were a legend. We love you. We're going to continue to keep lifting you up, bro. I love you more. I love you more.
When it comes to verses, Chris Brown, Usher verses.
Yep.
You know, would you have done or would you do something like a verses?
Yo, man, me and Chris will kill the world if we ever did something together like that. I'm not saying it's verses, but
Right.
I'm going to just say this. If that ever happens, it'll be one of the biggest things that anybody has ever experienced in entertainment, in celebration of two people who love each other. Because I love Chris. I don't like him. I don't like his music. I love his music. I love him. He's my little brother, and he's always been there for me, and I've always been there with him through hard ups and down times. I've been there with him. And, you know, for us to be able to celebrate what we do together, man, that'll be crazy.
So Usher has made it clear that he loves Chris. He looks at Chris like a brother. So when I heard this story about Usher and Chris getting into an altercation, I was like, what in the world? This is so random to hear.
That's
but
crazy.
Unfortunately, I wasn't completely shocked by it. Usher and Chris haven't confirmed or denied anything as of yet. I do know they're supposed to do the Lovers and Friends Festival, so they might squash it on stage later on. Who knows? Or they might not address it at all. Maybe Chris won't even show up to the festival. But it's clear that Chris really needs to get his act together. It's not a secret that Chris Brown has issues with substance abuse. A lot of his wild behavior has been due to his abuse of drugs and alcohol. Let's be real. Also, he has a serious problem with his temper.
Yeah.
And he has been given chance after chance after chance after chance. And it's like, how many chances is the public going to give him for him to change? I mean, this is getting ridiculous at this point. Chris Brown is in his mid-30s. It's time for him to grow up for real. And there should be no excuses made for him at this point. People like to make the excuse that he was young and he made a mistake and people deserve second chances. But no.
He's had many
At this
chances.
point, he needs to really change because one day he might run into the wrong person, okay? And things could take a fatal turn. So he's lucky that he was in an environment where people actually care about him. People care so much about him that they're not even willing to say what happened. That's the crazy thing. They're still trying to protect him. So Chris has been given a lot of grace, and that probably has been enabling him in a way. And I think at this point, he needs to take accountability for his actions. Now, the only thing that can make up for this whole incident is if Chris agrees to do a versus with Usher. A versus battle at this point is the only thing that could wipe away this negative publicity. And Chris has been kind of avoiding the versus talk with Usher because he doesn't want that smoke. He knows that Usher is going to wash him vocally. So I don't think he wants to smoke. But he owes it to Usher, and he has to make up for this incident. Also, he owes Usher and Tiana Taylor an apology. Also, Chris Brown needs to check himself into rehab. Say no to drugs, people. Say no to drugs. Anyway, tell what y'all think about this video.
Guy needs rehab and anger management. Bad sounds of things, but to be fair, I think that's the case with a lot of people. Really, there's some people I just can't handle their drink. I'm not. It's just like nah. I'm just lucky it wasn't crazy, like smash last night, because someone on this table was winding me up last night. And obviously, when I'm drunk, I have loose lips, so it would have been snide comments, and so it easily could have been a bunch of snide comments back and forth, shots fired, and then before you know it, I would be kicked out of Wetherspoons for fighting. Like, no. Luckily that day has not happened yet. But yeah. This guy is his own worst enemy. And he needs anger management, right? Everybody, hold your faves accountable. Don't look at me, he's not my fave. The guy's a prick, but he makes good hits. Even my friend could agree to that. But yeah, this guy is just... At this point, he's not even famous for his music now. He's just famous for freaking getting into beef with somebody. If it's not him disrespecting women, then it's him or somebody associated with him fighting somebody. It's nuts. Anyways, I'm jumping right into the comments and seeing what other people saying right now. Someone said, Chris is his own worst enemy. Now he wonder why the award show didn't let him perform. Yeah, exactly. You see? See? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You act a fool, it's gonna come back and bite you. And see what happened now? Someone said, being intoxicated doesn't excuse bad behavior. It only reveals who a person really is about. Person is really about. Yeah. Everyone loves like being drunk or being high is not an excuse. You still did what you did, right? So if I got drunk and I punched someone in the face right now, or strangle them, and I got arrested for it, and then I go, I was drunk. Do you think I'm gonna get a slap on the wrist? No, they throw the book at me. Like, nah, this is not an excuse. Someone commented, this is what I've been saying. People act like the Rihanna situation is the only time Chris has acted questionably. This man was young. He's been acting erratically most of his career. People kiss his behind because they find him attractive and talented and dismiss that he displays the ugliest of behaviors. This person's not wrong though. They're generally not wrong. They'll kiss this Donnie's ass. There's people out here, right, who behave in such appalling ways. And people out here that will get drunk all the time, get high all the time, and they come back next day and they're like, I'm sorry, and then they do it again a fucking month later. It's like, when is enough enough? I'm laughing, the situation's not funny. I'm laughing because it's like, how many chances are people gonna give somebody before they finally are like, okay, enough? Like, as the years go on, the more and more respect you just lose for this guy. He's talented, yes. Good looking, yeah. I mean, if I was lighter skin tone, I'd probably be more hotter than him, but I'm not gonna start bleaching my skin now, am I? Yeah, the guy's talented. He can sing, he can dance, but yeah, he's just blocking his own blessings. His temper will be his downfall, and yeah. And you think that when people compare it, that they sort of like mature and they grow up, but clearly not. Look at this shit. That shit's mad, bro. Someone said, I'm not a doctor. I work as a nurse in a rehab facility here in Toronto, Canada. I'm like, okay. And I would just like to say that having bipolar disorder is different from having a temper. When a negative emotion strikes, it is felt much greater than an average person. Are they trying to say they think he has bipolar? If an individual with this disorder consumes alcohol because it's a depressant, it suppresses habilitations, but not the itch. That you can't scratch. When the negative emotion strikes, one naturally wants to come out of one's skin because it is amplified without habilitations to control it. I said the word wrong, but whatever. He really shouldn't be drinking ever. He can kill someone. One day he's gonna mess with the wrong person and probably end up in the ICU. Hopefully that day won't be yet, because we don't want this Donnie to die. We don't want to wish death upon this guy. But yeah, he saw his behavior out. This shit's so fucked up, man. But yeah, hold your faves accountable. Hold your faves accountable and don't be a yes man. That's all I can really say about this. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. That's all I've got to say at the end of this. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. Okay, so that's it for this video. Like, subscribe if you want. I post if I feel like it, and I'll see you next one. Bye.